Lifting weights will make you big and bulky. Well, actually, that's only really going to happen if you are making a huge conscious effort to actually get big and bulky. Now, from throughout my career, I've encountered a good few people, mostly ladies, and that's just the honest truth, that say they don't want to start resistance training because they don't want to get too big and bulky. And within this video, I want to make it clear as to why that fear and worry isn't actually the reality of this situation and why strength training is something that you should actually start instead, especially if this has historically been you and you've avoided it because you don't want to get too big and bulky. And now the first very important point is that you need to understand that building muscle, it takes time. Many people dedicate years and decades to going to the gym, training, and trying to build as much muscle as possible, even if it's just a small amount. They are doing everything to build just that little bit more. And that's why worrying about just, suddenly waking up one day and suddenly being super huge and massive and hench, it's just not going to happen. You're not going to wake up one day and look like a bodybuilder. Because again, like I said, people are working their butt off for years and decades for that very thing to try and happen. So what makes you think that you're going to just do it by accident after going to the gym a few times? This fear, and of course everything I'm saying is out of love, by the way, it's almost reminding me of like not wanting to learn how to drive in case you end up in Formula One, or not wanting to cook a meal in case you become a master chef. That's the same type of vibe I'm getting here. And the thing is, most people, and chances are yourself included, who avoid strength training because they don't want to get too massive and too bulky, at the same time they want that toned look, that fit, that healthy, that toned lean look, and ironically don't realize that it's strength training that actually needs to be done to help you get to that point. To get to that point, you need to have a good amount of muscle on you and a low enough body fat percentage for that muscle to then be revealed. And you're not going to build that muscle without actually strength training. And now, hypothetically, let's say you do start strength training and you've been doing it consistently for years. Let's say you do get to the day where you're like, well, I'm too big now. You can always dial it back. You control how much muscle you build. And that hypothetical scenario of you being consistent in the gym with your strength and resistance training for years is going to be a good thing, because more muscle helps boost your metabolism as well, not by a huge amount, but it does make a minor difference. And we want to take anything we can get, because if we can get a slightly faster metabolism, which is going to allow you to eat a little bit more food and not gain as much body fat, that's a big win. And why would we not want that? At the end of the day, the most important thing is that I want you to understand is most people who look big and bulky, it's often, not always, but often not because of the amount of muscle they have on their bodies, but often it's the amount of body fat, it's their body fat percentage alongside muscle mass. It's the mix of two. But when you've got a good amount of muscle on you and a low enough body fat percentage, that actually ironically gives you the look that you're after. And remember, most people struggle with gaining muscle, not gaining too much muscle. So that's what I want you to realize now. It's absolutely possible for you to get big and bulky if that is your goal, but I'm assuming that's not why you watched this video. And that's why I had to break it down as to why you not strength training is actually doing you a lot more damage than good. So make sure you start strength training, make sure you're progressively overloading over time, you're eating good nutritious foods, and if you don't know where to start with your strength training, then you can always grab the free workout plan via the link in the caption of this video. There's a free workout plan there from my website that you can grab. And otherwise, take care and I'll see you in the next video.